I was not impressed by that one. Graphically, it looked good, but like I say, I mean, cutscenes on games have looked good for the past 15 years. It's just a video game. It's not worth that much money.
Non-apologetic nonsense.
Rumors have already started to speculate from within Rockstar and Take-Two that this may not be at your typical base $70 price. They're saying it may be as high as $129.99 for this game. So Take-Two CEO Zelnick has said that he thinks $70 is very, very low price for the experience they're offering with GTA 6. He thinks there's a great deal of value offered and that it may have to come at a premium. He's also hinted that he likes the idea of players having to pay per hour. You gotta vote with your dollars. If this winds up happening, this game needs to be boycotted. I'm talking for the first month, don't buy it, don't hide and buy it, don't sneak behind. I mean, if the past has shown us anything, this game's gonna be around for 10 plus years. There's no hurry, but this cannot be allowed. So if you're on my PS Network friends list and I see you logged into GTA 6 the first week of launch and it's $129.99, then you are done. This will reverberate through the entire industry and it will change everything. If they can see that they can charge more, not just Rockstar and Take-Two, just developers across the board, that's exactly what they're going to do. So what's going to happen is your Metroidvanias, which are typically priced, you know, around the $30 range, they're going to start retailing for 60s. Indies, instead of being, you know, 40 to 50 bucks, they're going to be 80. And I can just about guarantee every major AAA title is going to be $99 plus. All this is Rockstar Games trying to suck every last dollar out of you. Why do you think you haven't got a game from them? A GTA game in what'll effectively be 12 years by the time this releases, because they're not done sucking you dry on GTA 5. And that's a whole nother thing. These games offer in-app purchases. So GTA Online is essentially a pay-to-play game. We can say that it's not, but if you go in there, you either have the choice of doing tedious grinding for a month or buying one of their shark cards, or else you're locked out of the majority of the missions there. I've always believed if it has in-app purchases, in-game purchases, it should be a free title. And think about this, if this happens across the board, not every game's the same, meaning some games are just 10 to 12 hours to play through. And then on the opposite side of that, if we're talking like Dark Souls 3, you know, that might be 100 plus hours. And the whole charging by the hour thing is just nonsense. Like, you buy your PlayStation, right? Your PlayStation's $4.99 all day. Whether you get 100 hours out of that during the generation, or whether you get 100,000 hours out of it, it's regardless. The price is the price. They start charging by hour. Could you imagine that if you had to go and buy these shark cards and they're like 8-hour blocks to be able to play the game, and then every time you run out, you have to re-up those? And think about how much money this will effectively cost you over the years. I'd say most people probably buy, start talking to my co-host like he's there. He's not there today. Most people will buy probably 3 to 4 games a year, but I think the most hardcore people who would spend that $129.99 and be okay with it, they probably buy 15 games a year. So you're going to spend an extra $50 per game, and not just for this generation. I mean, this is going to continue to happen. Instead of like the $10 raise per generation, if we're talking another $50 on top of the 10 that's already been raised, that's an extra $60 per game. Fuck that. If you're involved in that system and you're okay with that, go fuck yourself. And I'm also seeing a lot of PC gamers sort of bitching that they're not saying whether it's going to be released on launch date, on PC, on Steam, whatever. Suck it up, Buttercup. 1 in every 3 games like Metroidvanias or indies I go play, they're only on Steam, so I don't get to play those games. So suck it up, buy a console, get a controller, and play a game like a real man. Also, I hate that they're promoting, and it's not just them, it's a lot of people do this. I hate it when they promote a game a year, 2 years out, because what that means is maybe even every day, definitely every week, we're going to have different, 8 tidbits you didn't know about upcoming GTA 5, fan theories, leaks, and then rumors of leaks. You know, it's going to be nonstop to the point where you're just kind of going to be numb to it by the time it drops. Then again, maybe that's what they want, or maybe they had so many leaks they were just forced to drop it or essentially have to build another trailer. I was not impressed by that one. Graphically, it looked good, but like I say, I mean, cutscenes on games have looked good for the past 15 years. Let me see the actual gameplay. Let me see what that looks like. If Rockstar and Take-Two wants to do this, then fuck them. You know, vote with your dollars. Don't be a bitch. And if this game is over $100, boycott that shit. And at the end of the day, it's just a video game. It's not worth that much money.
Non-apologetic nonsense.